Welcome, you divinely magical souls. Thank you so much for being here with me together today, and if you're watching on the replay. So, we are in the second part of this free webinar series where we are looking at activating calm and compassion and really holding that space within us in the midst of this chaotic world and really allowing that to ripple out through our inner journey and really letting our inner journey and our inner state of being help us to create what we want to experience in the world and what we want to see in humanity and in the world around us. So in this second part, we are talking about getting in rhythm with your own unique magic and dropping any expectations that others might have for you, any people pleasing, anything that is keeping you stuck from really living your own magical gifts. So when you think of what magic is in your life, what comes up for you? If you are here and you want to write in the chat box what magic means to you, feel free to share that. And this might have a special meaning to you. It might be something that you feel within yourself. It might be a flow that you feel resonance with in your life. Or there might be something that you picture or envision. Alignment, yes, that's great. Absolutely. I totally agree. Alignment is so incredibly magical, just that feeling of that. I will share a little bit about what magic feels like to me and where I have had issues of accessing my own personal magic. So when I left corporate, I had a sales and marketing job in corporate that I left in 2009. And I went to massage school after that, and I loved getting to be a massage therapist. And I loved how I, had made this big transition in my life, and I was allowing myself to live more of my own magic. I was really tuning into what my gifts were and exploring healing for myself and how to be a healer and a light worker. And I would have these beautiful magical sessions where I just felt so alive and in tune, and everything was synchronistic and it was all flowing. And then all my clients were wonderful. And at the same time, because they felt that magic, there were a lot of times where I was still living by other people's expectations and being a people pleaser. And I would let them take my energy and drain my energy. People would want to stick around and talk for, half an hour after their session, or whatever it was. It felt like there was an imbalance in that magic that I was creating and living within myself. And then how I was expressing that and interacting with people where I wasn't able to stay in that space, and I would feel drained after my clients would leave. And so my intention for what we create here together in this time and space is to come back into your own magic, coming into your power, your unique gifts, that special spark and purpose that only you have and that only you are here to bring to this planet, so that as you reclaim that and step into that even more, pieces that are keeping you stuck or draining you can start to fall away. And to me, magic also feels like true service, where we're able to be of true service to ourselves, to our spirit, and then allow that space to ripple out in order to be in true service to our clients or our family members or anyone we're in relationship with, to the earth, to all of humanity. And because the energies are changing on this planet right now, we are really in a space of accelerated growth on the planet. And so even if you've been doing this work for a while, we're being called to be in a whole new space with it. It's like a whole new opportunity to go deeper into reclaiming these pieces of ourselves. And so I love to start with gratitude and having gratitude for ourselves for showing up, and gratitude for that magical spark within us, and then allowing that to ripple out. And a part of any of my work, any of my webinars or workshops or containers, is permission, giving yourself full permission to do what feels good, to take anything that I say as a suggestion and to trust yourself and your own magical power, and then adapt it to what works for you. So we're going to do a small meditation here just to set the tone and the energy. And so you are welcome to either keep your eyes open if that feels best for you, or to close down your eyes and come into your body. So to start off, if you feel like closing your eyes, go ahead and start to take that space, starting to get into your breath. If you'd like to place one hand on your heart center, one hand on your abdomen, belly, womb space, that hara center where your chi comes from. And really breathe into your hands, feeling that connection between your heart and your belly, that place where the pelvic bowl lives. And now we're going to do what I call a dragon breath. So on your exhale, you'll feel yourself really releasing, making space. And then on your inhale, breathing in the fire for your passion. So taking a deep breath in and letting your exhale be loud and heavy. And breathing in your fire and your passion. Again, on your next exhale, releasing and making space. Breathing in your connection to your fire, what lights you up. And as you tune into that, just starting to have gratitude for your body, for your breath that moves through every cell, keeping you alive and nourished and oxygenated. Thanking the exhale for releasing what's not needed energetically and physically. Being grateful for the chair that you're sitting in, holding you here, the floor beneath your feet, the structure around you. Being grateful to have this time and space for yourself. Just taking a minute to explore any other gratitude that comes to mind for you right now. And then bringing that grateful feeling back into your heart. Feeling the connection between your fire, that passion and purpose, your gratitude for for being the person to bring your passions to life. Gratitude for being the soul and the human being that's here to hold that passion and that purpose. Gratitude for the light within you, that you shine. And as you take one more deep breath here, just sitting in that gratitude, letting it fill up your body, feeling that ripple out from you into the rest of your day, into any other conversations or experiences you're going to have today. And so it is. Thank you, thank you. Letting yourself gently come back whenever you're ready. Taking some time just to kind of move and stretch, look away from the screen if you need to. Getting centered back into yourself. So I love to start with gratitude. And I know a lot of times we hear many things about gratitude, but when we can come into the feeling of that, it really connects us to our own unique magic and that flow and purpose within us. So as we tune into that and start to think about dropping what's keeping us stuck, whether that's societal expectations, beliefs you were raised with, people pleasing, imposter syndrome, whatever it is, those are the things that are often causing the blocks to allowing us to receive more. And as we can open up to receive and really look at what it is we need to be able to start to clear that space and what needs to be let go of to make the room, make the space, and what do we need in order to be someone who is able to fully receive. Now, a lot of times with this, there's two states of being. There can be, being closed off because we've been told it's better to give than receive, or it might feel too vulnerable to receive. Sometimes it can feel easier to give, or we've been taught to be the nurturer, and some of the conditions around that, where we maybe haven't even learned how to fully open up and receive what we need. We maybe don't even know what it's like, or what, we might need to find words to go with around that in order to be able to open up that space. And then there's the opposite side of the spectrum, where we might have blinders on and we might be moving too fast, or maybe trying to force something and miss the opportunities to receive because we've been in a hustle culture, or I find this for myself still, both sides of the spectrum. But even though I know I operate best when I'm listening to spirit first, and I'm moving slowly, and I'm putting meditation and nature walks first before my to-do list. And there are still times where I fall back into those old patterns of, but I just need to get X, Y, and Z done. And then I don't end up meditating that day. And I'm always off. I'm not in the magical flow. And so I think it's an important state of being to look at and to continually check back into. Is my heart open to receiving? what do I need to receive right now? Because chances are, if you are joining me here today, you are someone who is typically more of a giver. And so often that is the space that we need to sink into, is the receiving. So one of my favorite practices around this comes from one of my mentors, Leslie Huddart, where she talks about the 50% line. And so if you think of it as you're seeing this chart, you are one of the stars on this chart. And around you is your bubble, your energy field, the space you inhabit and that you take up. And then I think it always works best, to begin by envisioning this with another person. This could also be used in relationship to a situation, or whatever it is. But if you think about it as the other star, as being another person, and they have their bubble and their energy field, and in between you is this line. And so when you think about really being your 50% up to the line and letting them be their 50% up to that side of the line, it brings in this balanced state. A lot of times back to those states of being between, being closed off, or being the giver, and not having the tools to open up and receive. A lot of times that can put us in a state where we're letting people cross our 50% line. When I was doing massage and I was so wonderfully open, but then coming out of a session and people were just staying and hanging around, and I wasn't in my power enough to thank them and get them out the door, they were crossing my 50% line and I was letting them in my bubble. There are other, times where people, maybe we're overstepping into someone else's bubble because of whatever reason, right? A lot of times it really is out of nurturing and out of caring for another. Especially I think with children, it's a great example where, because we have a different perspective than they do. And so with our children, we might cross that 50% line because we know what's best. And so I think this is a really great illustrator to look at, how do I, as the star right here, stand in my bubble and really inhabit my space and take up that space without letting someone else into it. And without feeling the need, like I have to control or step over that line in order to protect myself or my loved ones, or to speak up for what I need. That I can speak up for what I need without people pleasing, without feeling like I'm an imposter, because I can stay in my bubble and really take up the space. So let's do another little exercise here where we go into that bubble and look at taking up that space. So if it feels good to you, you can shut your eyes down again for just a moment here. And again, you may feel like placing a hand on your heart and a hand on your womb space, getting grounded into that pelvic bowl. Taking a deep breath here. Start to feel your breath moving up and down your spine. Begin to see white light, like a column, running straight up and down, parallel to your spine. Begin to see that column of light expand through your body, both in front of your body and at the back of your body. And on left side and right side, feeling this column of light continue to expand around you. Now tuning into that bubble of energy, your aura, your energy field that surrounds you. And as you connect with that space, what does it feel like to fill that space with your own essence? See if you can just expand that essence of your energy a little bit more into your bubble. Just notice any feelings, any imagery, any thoughts that come up for you. Now, what does it feel like to you when you think about embodying this space, inhabiting that bubble just a little bit more? Taking another deep breath here. Remembering that this is a practice. It is not a one and done. Part of the magic of your path and of your journey is continuing to build your practice over time. Now, thanking yourself, thanking your bubble of energy here. And coming back to yourself whenever you're ready. Feel free to take a minute here if you want to jot down any notes, if there was anything that came up for you as you were going through that exercise. So I'll just let you sit with that for just a minute. Again, knowing that you can come back to this at any time. Oh, and thank you for putting in the chat. You felt expansive and full. I love that. Yes, that is that feeling of really being in that space. Yes, thank you for sharing that. So our hearts always show us the way. Whenever we can get into that space and really inhabit our bubble and tune into our magic without closing off, without putting the blinders on and hustling beyond, maybe even crossing that 50% line, our heart always brings us back to that balanced state and allows us to truly tap in to what we need, how to receive, and how to move forward. And the work is always coming back to how to tune into your heart, right? I was just messaging with my mom last night, and she was trying to make this decision. And I asked her, do you already know the answer and you're just trying to logic yourself into something else? And she wrote back, yes, you're exactly right. I do. I already know what I need to do. And she just needed someone else to kind of pull her back into her heart space, into that state of that knowing that other things were trying to swirl around and pull her out of that heart space when her heart already knew the answer. So one of the things that I like to remember when I am tuning into my heart is something that I heard from Sonia Choquette, who's a Hay House author. I heard her say this years and years and years ago, that there are 4 positions to the heart chakra. There is the giving heart. So again, so many of us that are healers, coaches, light workers, people with a purposeful mission, that we feel really comfortable giving. We know how to do that. And we haven't always been taught how to bring that back into balance with receiving. And so a lot of times a person with a very giving heart has to learn that balance, because the person who is giving will eventually become drained and depleted. And then there is the position of taking. The person whose heart is only receiving. When they take all the oxygen in the room. And a lot of times people with a heart will want to give more. when they're in that state, it's like it throws your nervous system off. It throws you out of balance enough that you just want to give more, and then you become extremely depleted. And a lot of times these people who are the takers can be doing this, not even maliciously, but just unconsciously. And so again, it comes back to us getting back into our 50% line, into a balanced heart state, in order to not allow that dynamic to deplete us. And then there's the state of the closed heart. This is a heart that cannot give or receive. They can't be vulnerable enough to receive, and they don't really want to engage and give either. This is a, no, I'm fine. I don't need anything. I'm good how I am type of heart. And then there's the heart position of the healthy balance, giving and receiving, being able to be in that infinite flow back and forth of giving when it feels really good, when it feels aligned, and receiving what you need at the same time. Being able to respond to those in your environment and that you have a relationship with, to give when you know they need it, and helping them to have the cues and really speaking up so that they know when you need to receive something as well. And I feel like this is one of those magical states of being, to be able to be in that flow. And a lot of times, again, when we are working on being in that healthy balance with our heart and staying in that space, or doing the work to come back to it if we get a little bit of out of balance at times, this can be another area where we need to look at, where am I out of integrity? Where have I been putting other people before me? Where have I been saying yes when really my heart says, no, that's too much. I don't want to do that. Where have we been feeling like, I think imposter syndrome is one of those spaces as well. That can be one of those giving hearts that gives and gives and gives and gives and gives. And underneath it is not enoughness and feeling like, who am I to receive? And so really looking again at that give and take and flow, and what's blocking that in order to come in to that healthy balance and that heart state. And then looking at what is uniquely you. What is your purpose? What's your magical spark? What is it that you are passionate about? Whether you do this, in your career and in your work, or whether this is just something that you live and that you are, that you have a purpose and a passion and a spark that makes you unique. And it's because of this that you are the only vessel for what you are here to bring to this planet. There is something so magical and special about each and every soul that gets into a body to have this earthly experience. And so what you do is extremely special and important. And just your beingness is enough. Now, sometimes we do have some work to do around that, right? To feel like that's true for us. Sometimes it takes some sifting and sorting. And sometimes it takes attunement to that magical spark in order to feel confident to put it out into the world, or to find, okay, what does my heart say is my next step? Or how can I believe in my own magic and my spark a little bit more? And that is a journey that continues, right? That is, again, never a one and done. That is the magic of our journey, is the experiences and the ahas that we have along the way as we attune to what is unique and special and our gifts that we're here to share for each and every one of us. So let's get into a meditative state here again, where we're going to be tuning in to our bodies. And I love this picture. This is called My Body, My Temple by Autumn Sky Art. And I really love this imagery because our body is our temple. This is our gateway to that magic within us, to that purpose and that balanced heart state. And as we go inside of that, that is what creates everything else that we're here to experience. So whenever you're ready, you can close down your eyes again. Tuning back into your breath. And placing a hand on your heart and a hand on your belly, if that feels good to you. Coming back into that wave of breath. Feeling it move between your two hands. Feeling that breath moving between your heart and your pelvic bowl. Breathing out on your exhale. Making space. Breathing in that rich oxygenation, the spark of life back into your body. And as you breathe in your connection to spirit, your connection to your own internal spark, feel that breath like a white, golden, or crystalline light. As you tune into that light of your breath, deep into your heart center. Feel it taking up residence in your heart. Light shining around the center of your chest. And as it moves out of the center of your chest, feel it expand in front of your body. Like a light that is cleansing and purifying and making clear the way in front of you. And then feel that light expand through your back, bringing your awareness to the back of your body. So that light is shining, lighting up any blind side that you can't see. So it's shining a light on anything that's holding you back. Just clearing it. Like that light is making it okay. It's bringing in anything that's been weighing you down or keeping you stuck, and just encircling it with love. Like this light and this breath is neutralizing any of that negative energy. As it neutralizes it, it turns any problems into something that has actually brought you into greater alignment, into greater connection with your own magical heart. And as you breathe that into the center of your chest, feel that light and breath move to either side of your body. This light and breath has started to encircle you. You feel it expand all around your body. With your breath, continue to expand into the bubble of your energy field. Using your breath to feel the edges of your bubble. What's yours? What is the space around you that is yours? And as your breath and your inner light continue to expand into this bubble, feel it as one with you. There's no separation between your body and this energy field around you. And just like the cells of your body, you can feel magical particles like cells within your aura. And each of these magical sparks within your auric field hold a gift for you. And as you feel yourself fully embodying this state, fully alive and inhabiting this bubble of energy, you feel each and every spark and gift and diamond within this as part of you, already within you, already accessible, something that you can call on whenever you need it. And as you take another breath into this energy, really start to feel it around your legs and feet. Feeling it continue to move down from your legs and feet into connection with the earth, like roots down into the ground, co-creating with Mother Earth here, where your energy can be grounded and stable and nourished. And as you breathe back up that connection with Mother Earth, breathing it back up through your feet, through your legs, through your pelvic bowl, back up through your core and your spine into your heart. Breathing it up through your shoulders and your neck and your throat. Breathing it up through your face and head, up through your third eye and your crown. You feel that energy of the bubble all around you, connected, integrated into your body. Taking one more deep breath here into that connection. Thanking your heart, thanking your energy, thanking this space to give and receive, thanking your breath. Whenever you're ready, begin to slowly come back into yourself. You may need to stretch your fingers, rotate your wrist, move your arms and shoulders, and stretch a little bit. And just take your time here. So as you go through this continual process of coming back to your own unique magic, there are three main steps that I think are always good to be anchored into. What does your heart chakra need? What does it need to be in a balanced state? What does it need to give with full love and joy? And what does it need to receive? And then where are you in relationship to your 50% line? Are you inhabiting your space? Or are you letting others cross that line? Or are you crossing that line? And It's not always easy in our human brains, but doing our best to look at these without judgment. Just, hey, this is some feedback in my world so that I have a bigger perspective and can course correct or try something different as I need to. And then lastly, what is your special spark? Anytime we can come back into looking at our own unique gifts, our own passion, our purpose, it always lights up something. It always connects us back to our trust and our faith in ourselves and that unique, special spark that only you are here to bring to the planet. So I hope that everyone who has taken part in this time and space here today has gotten something out of this. And if you are someone who wants to continue moving forward and doing more of this work in a container that can support you, I would love to invite you into my online group program that takes place November 30th through February 4th. This is called Rooted, where we're really going to be getting rooted into that magical, special spark and allowing yourself to fully embody that and to clear out anything that is blocking you from truly living that. During this time, there's going to be, it's a 10-week course, and over those 10 weeks, there's 8 modules with video content, PDFs, meditations, journaling to go into more self-exploration. There's also 4 live group calls where you will get live support, as well as a space to share and be seen and witnessed if you choose to participate in that part of it. And where we're also going to be doing meditations together that are created specifically for the group. There's also 3 Akashic Record energy clearings. So again, very group specific. I will be doing energy work to clear the Akashic Records for each person in the group, as well as program that energy with the intentions that we're all working on and holding together in that collective space. And then there's also community support. So there's a private Facebook group where we can all come together, and everyone in the group is always welcome to reach out to me for support as you go through this work. A couple of the people who did Rooted last year wanted to share their transformation journey. And so I am just incredibly honored by the group that comes together. It's always such a special and unique place. So one participant shared that this course taught me grounding techniques and meditation and reflection practices that are helping me trust my intuition and embrace this amazing life journey with more energy, excitement, and a sense of peace. Another participant said that the connection with other like-minded people and sense of community was wonderful. I also received life-changing, applicable skills and healing and evolving. And I love that because it is part of my intention in this group to take that inner journey and then apply it to your life so that you can be grounded and actually see what's already available to you energetically be created in your day-to-day life outside of you, that tangible feeling and the things that you are actually creating in the world. And there are some really special bonuses that I'm sharing with this group as well. So every single participant that joins Rooted gets a free 30-minute private session with me where we can laser in on your unique focus and what is top of mind for you. The first 5 people who join Rooted also get a personalized soul gift profile. So this is where I'm personally reading your Akashic Records and creating a PDF profile where you will see your unique soul gifts. And this also comes with a free soul gift course. So everyone in the course, whether you get your private soul gift profile or not, will have access to that information about those soul gift pieces and how those express. So you can start to see that in yourself and in the people you interact with more. Some more bonuses. Everyone who is a Rooted member will get 40% off all private work with me, as well as a discount on personal soul gift profiles. And everyone who joins also gets half off of all spring workshop and retreat tickets that I will be having in 2022. I also have a bring a friend discount. So what is better than doing this work with someone that you really care about and getting to share in that with someone? So you can either split that and each get 25% off, or you can do a buy one, get one half off. And I also have scholarships available. So if you are interested in this work and it resonates with you and the cost is prohibitive, because the course cost is $497 for that 10-week course. And if that is something that is a barrier for you, please message me so that you can share that 25% off with someone else who's looking for a partner to take this course with. Or there might be someone who is a full pay who wants to sponsor you as the 50% off for that buy one, get one special. So please do message me if you are someone who's interested in taking advantage of that offer. So whether you join Rooted or not, I really do hope that you can continue to cultivate a space for yourself where you're tuned into your own unique magic and you're holding that energy and allowing yourself to be of service to yourself first and letting that ripple out so that you can drop what others think is best, societal conditions, people pleasing, imposter syndrome, and really come back into living that special, unique magic and that purpose that only you bring to the planet.